we can start. And on behalf of Indian Association of Energy Management Professionals, Indian Association of Accredited Energy Auditor Associations, and ESLs, and as well as Saraswati Educational Charitable Trust, I welcome you all to this webinar on deep scheme of EESL, jointly organized by EESL and Bureau of Energy Efficiency. And it is a fortunate thing that I am the General Secretary of Indian Association of Energy Management Professionals. Also, I am one of the governing body member of Indian Association of Accredited Energy Auditor. I am the channel partner of ESLs and also one of the trustee of Saraswati Educational Charitable Trust. So it is very great to see you all on board. I welcome Sri Anil Chaudhary ji, President, IMP, and Head Operation, CGM Energy Efficiency Services Limited, Government of India. I also welcome Sri Prabhas Saraswat, President, Indian Association of Energy Auditors. And also I welcome Sri Girija Shankar, GM ESL, Ministry of Power. And I welcome all the energy auditors, certified energy managers, certified energy auditors, accredited energy auditors, different participants from the industries, from the Mission Sustainable India core member. We will have a great session today. Before we start the technical sessions, we'll have a brief about Mission Sustainable India, what IMP, trust, various individual donors, various auditors, various sustainable professionals are promoting through their devoting time, energy, cash, kind, everything to take our nation to a sustainable path. It will start from 15th August 2022. Before, I'll just share a small presentation on that. After that, we'll have a contest setting and inaugural address by Sri Anil Chaudhary, President IMP. After that, we'll have a technical session brief on various technologies by Sri Prabhas Saraswati, President, Indian Association of Accredited Energy Auditors. After that, the main technical session will be handed over to ESL, in which Girijaji and his team will present on the deep schemes. After that, we'll have a question and answer sessions. So without any further delay, let me share my presentations. So friends, I hope the screen is visible to all of you.
Yes.
Okay. This whole program is one of the attempt to take India to a sustainable path, for which a Mission Sustainable India has been formed. It has been formed with various individual donor contributor.
It is not coming in slideshow. Slideshow mode में नहीं आ रहा अभी.
सर जूम करନ୍ତୁ. सर नमस्कार सर जूम.
Okay.
That's fine now.
Okay, that's fine enough. Okay, fine. Okay, fine. So it is being the leading organization is IMP, supported by various organizations, individual like Be Friends, Econar, Griha Shiksha Kendra, Saraswati Trust, PowerTech, and other various lot of team members have supported this cause. Coming to this is basically to transform our world so that no one is left behind. We believe in 5P, that is planet, people, peace, prosperity, and partnership. Today we'll have something on that. Vertically, this is a partnership of 4 or 5 leading organizations, and we want that what nation want, that we should want. What the state want, that we should want. What the cities want, that we should want. That means it is related to communities, families, finally individual. So starting from nation to individual is basically the core subject of Mission Sustainable India, and it is driven by the UN India Sustainability Development Goal 2030, which tells about no poverty, zero hunger, good health, quality education, gender equality, clean water and sanitation, affordable and clean energy, decent work and economic growth, in industry innovation and infrastructures, reduce inequalities, sustainable cities and communities, climate actions, life below water, life on land, peace and justice, and finally it is the partnership and prosperity. If you see, we have almost published 2 volumes of vision document on Mission Sustainable India. We are going for the 3rd volume, and 4th volume also will be published soon. We'll have a great session on 14th August 2022, after which 15th August it will be launched. It will be also a technical webinar in which we'll discuss, and this is aligned with 5 dimensions of sustainability, and we propose there has to be some structural changes in governance, bureaucracy, judiciary, education, and other domains, particularly in sustainable water, sustainable energy, for which today's topic is there. We intend to degrowth our developed cities, sustainable development of village should happen, and we feel that citizens are the central pillar of democracy to exercise their duties. So this is all about Mission Sustainable India. Then there are 6 W and 1 H. All we should know, that is what we do mean by sustainable development. That is, the development should be need based. It should not be grid based, and the development should be holistic and for all form of life on the planet. That means it has to be holistic and for all. Similarly, if you see why, because our resources are finite, our planets is suffering, and when there is a lot of climate change are happening, you all know. So we feel that Mission Sustainable India will address those issues in particularly. Now, whom we should, the MSI should happen first. We feel that those who are suffering, likely to be affected most from the unsustainable path, has to be taken priority, and they are the priority in case of Mission Sustainable India. Because of unsustainable growth, if somebody is suffering, then for them this mission should work first. Similarly, where it should begin, we intend that it should begin at all over India, and like the way lockdown was declared. So if we can take similar manner and it will be launched simultaneously in India, definitely it will address all the issues of our climate change, and also it will take India into a sustainable development path. Similarly, who are involved in the missions? Anybody can involve, any volunteers, any enthusiastic groups, any organizational members. The organizing committee, the MSI, is growing at a fantastic rate, and we have 16 chapters starting from sustainable food, sustainable water, sustainable air, energy, waste management, habitat, livelihood, healthy and natural living, afforestation, biodiversity, education, urbanizations, rural development, laws and governance, and where we feel the citizen are the central pillar apart from the 4th pillar, and who will take this mission in a long way. And what is the strategy? There is no strategy, but it is basically on public demand. We feel that if citizen demands, definitely this mission will be successful. How? Now, that is what we believe. There has to be some structural changes in governance, bureaucracy, judiciary, services, and education system. Then this MSI will work and will achieve its end result. Friends, let me tell you that the Mission Sustainable India has been liked by PMO. We have started giving it to a lot of member of parliament, ex-member of parliament. We are meeting a lot of people, and we plan to submit this vision document to Niti Aayog, and we feel that MSI will be successful in long run. Now, on coming to the today's topic on sustainable energy, which is one of the part program of MSI, we believe that energy conservation is the first thing to achieve sustainable energy. That means after that, energy efficiency. The last or the topmost pyramid will be renewable energy. So we have today, India almost has achieved a lot of energy conservations. We are continuing to achieve that energy conservations, but today we'll have some good session from ESLs about energy efficiency, how government will be involved and how government will support these energy efficiencies. Bureau of Energy Efficiency and ESL, the today's topic deep will understand, and we have to give top priority energy conservation and energy efficiencies. We have to implement greatly improved technologies for harnessing the fossil nuclear phase, as well as to see that energy efficiency happen in industrial sectors. We have to develop and deploy truly renewable energy sources on much wider scale, and we have to innovate for major improvement in energy efficiencies so that the end use of energies will be properly justified. Now, I request on behalf of the core committee member of MSI that you can join this program, participate in the program. In the social media, this program are available, and please do some activities for 5P, planet, peace, prosperities, and partnership. And people, definitely, we all together can take this MSI forward. With this, I close my sessions, and for participation, you can contact Sri Sunil Sood, National Convener of MSI. The contact details are given here. Now, with this, I close my sessions. Now, under this MSI, since sustainable energy is one of the important subjects, today the program has been designed. Now, I request Sri Anil Chaudhary ji to have the inaugural address as well as contest setting for sustainable energy and for energy efficiency, for energy conservation, so that we can hear from our president. He is also CGM operation and head operation of ESL. Over to you, sir.
Thank you, Vijay. And good morning, this August gathering. The stage is all set, and let us congratulate ourselves that we are here on Sunday morning, and because we understand what energy efficiency is, what is the requirement of energy efficiency, what is the requirement of energy conservation, how we can really make it sustainable, because sustainability is the most vital part of any change we want to see in any activity. So energy efficiency is one of them, and is a prime activity. And in this activity, everything is something like that. We wanted it yesterday, so time is not with us. So I would once again like to say this is a momentous occasion, when I am finding ESL, Indian Association of Energy Management Professionals, and IAAA, Indian Association of Accredited Auditors, all are joining in this forum, and it's really a very good matchmaking. Just because ESL is by the government mandate, the Ministry of Power, Government of India's mandate, it's almost synonymous to the cause. Is by the mandate, it has to identify energy efficient technologies. And I'm privileged to represent ESL and IAMP both. So I would like to tell that this August gathering, that we must be knowing what we are going to get today, and who are the organizations. Though we may be very complacent that people may be knowing ESL, and just to remove the complacency, I don't want to be complacent. Let us understand what ESL prime objective is. ESL's prime objective by the mandate is to identify the various technologies and leverage it and for the market transformation. And you can you can take from the examples also. We had a flagship Ujala program, street light. We are having street light national program. What is there? That LED technology has been identified, and once we were not knowing what LED technology is there. Just go back few years back. We were not knowing LED technology. We had GLS bulbs. Then it came as a very costly affair also. And now it is the order of the day. We are even not knowing with that this technology was not existing. This is what ESL does: brings the new technology, identifies the new technology, and transforms the market so that now everyone uses it. So, and in the process, the rate also reduces. India gets manufacturing capacity of those technologies. And the similar thing we are doing for energy efficiency motors. IE3 motors has been brought in when IE2 motors are only compulsory. So statutory IE2 motors are required. So IE3 motors have been brought in. Similarly, super efficient ACs. So these are also now becoming the order of the day only. So what is this? ESL has brought the market transformation. So super efficient ACs has been there. So various technologies are there. Various programs have been designed. Building energy efficiency program have been designed to transform and leverage these technologies. Lighting, BLDC fans, and municipal energy efficiency program is there for the efficient pumping systems, agriculture demand side management for demand for this efficient pumping for the agriculture. So various kinds of technologies have been identified, and the programs have been designed to leverage those technologies to bring the market transformation. So now Bureau of Energy Efficiency has given an assignment to ESL, which is the deep program, in which ESL has identified various technologies which can be replicated in industry MSME sectors, because industry sectors has a lot of potential. There are various cross-cutting technologies which can be replicated. So so what are those technologies? The various technologies off and on are being identified also. So there must be some structured approach. So ESL has gone into it, and now has found some of the technologies. Various technologies are there, but we have to start with, has already started working with some technologies. And so these technologies will be now go on the pilot basis, and they will be replicated. The replication models will be generated. So these technologies will become now, again, will become the order of the day for the industries. And ESL primarily focus on the cross-cutting technologies because it has got a much bigger chance of replication, because replication is very important. That brings the market transformation. So that is the model of ESL. Now coming to IMP. IMP is a very good association and conglomeration of the conscious energy, conscious people. This is a conscious, we say that we are conscience keeper of the nation for energy matters. So we keep on pondering on the various kinds of energy efficiency measures, various kinds of and how these can be actually applicable to the day-to-day life of any person, and in these and the related activities. And the Mission Sustainability India, which Vibhuji has just told, is one of the flagship program of the IMP, in which we have taken together concern of all the aspects of human life, the earth, and the entire environment, because we cannot grow, we cannot think of energy efficiency, or we cannot think of any aspect, as I told earlier also, without thinking of all kinds of stakeholders. So the 5 P's have been identified, which he has very effectively told, that people, planet, prosperity, peace, and partnership. So these everything, we cannot leave people. When we are talking about energy efficiency, we cannot leave people. It's very obvious. Planet is the prime concern. Prosperity is the economy is driving everything. So prosperity must be brought in. How that is what the market transformation is there. That is what ESL is doing. Peace must exist, otherwise we will never think of anything but for the peace. And for example, one saying was there in COP26 was also when it has been told also that we talk about energy efficiency, we talk about bringing down the carbon footprint, various kinds of things, but we cannot talk about all these things where we don't have a prosperity, where people are living in hunger, poverty. So we have to look at that aspect also. So the MSI is bringing everything everything together, as it has been told in COP26 also, that it will not have it will have no legs in some part of Africa if we will talk about energy efficiency, because they are suffering from the malnutrition only. Where there is a war, why, who will talk about the energy efficiency? So everything is brought in together. And then one part is partnership. That is what every stakeholder has to come together and go for the partnership. So that is what is required. And we, I'm glad to again say that we are here. IMP is here, EESL is here, IEEE is here, and in one form that our educational trust is also here. So academia is also getting involved. So the future generation, present generation, and all kinds of stakeholders are here. And IMP is reaching to the last mile people through the Grey Shiksha Kendra and various kinds of activities. And ESL is also aiming for reaching to the last mile people. So this all objectives are matching. So it's good that we are having partnership and we are joining hands together. And this and I am glad that Indian Association of Aggregated Auditors is also there. So and this is a very you can say august bunch of people, those who are accredited auditors. So whatever we think of, it can be validated very easily through validated through this association. They have got the expertise. They can say what is required, what is next to be done, what improvement can be done in any kind of technology, and what is the requirement, what is the payback period. Various kinds of things can be brought in when IEEE is there with us. So the stage is set. I think we are going to have a very good discussion with all our so professional people all around here. And I'm glad that Gijaji will be telling much about deep program of PE. We will literally go deeper into that, and we will get benefited through that program. Prabhat Saswat ji is there. He will also be telling about the technological aspects. So I'm looking forward for the very healthy and enriching experience. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you, Vibhuji. Over to you.
Thank you, Anil sir. It is a very nicely staging, nicely the state has been staged, and it is good to have such a wonderful opening remark from our beloved president, and he is also head operation and CGM of ESLs. Thank you for sharing the last mile connectivities. Thank you for telling about all the stakeholders. Definitely the program will be successful when we collectively work for success of the program. Now coming to the next first technical sessions, I request Sri Prabhat Saraswat ji, President, Indian Association of Accredited Energy Auditors, to deliver his presentations and share what are the energy efficiency technologies are available which can be implemented. Apart from the 4 technologies what we'll be discussing today, there are a lot of new technology has come up which Sri Prabhat ji will share some light, and also will briefly discuss about the 4 technologies what ESL is going to implement it. Over to you, Prabhat ji.
Thank you, Vibhuji, and thank you, Mr. Anil Kumar, giving the feedback on the DP scheme. And I think we thank you, ESL and BE, for launching this scheme. because as a auditors, normally we face to promote such type of technologies because of some commercial aspects or commercial feasibility of that technology. Whether it is a we can always recommend that this is a technically feasible technology, but as far as this is commercial aspects are concerned and payback period is concerned, and there is a lack of confidence to realize the savings after implementation. So I think this scheme will help to DC to achieve their targets on as well as to achieve our global commitment as far as latest COP26 Glasgow summit is there. So everybody is aware that we have the target by 2070 that net zero emission, and by 2030 that we will reduce our emission intensity by 45%. So I think energy efficiency is the first step to reduce our energy consumption or energy related emissions, so that we can achieve our global commitment as well. So just I will start. I have gone through. Please confirm if you can see my screen. Just let me know. Let me share the screen first. Review, can you see my screen?
It has not come yet, sir. It has not come
Not yet, sir. Not yet, sir.
Okay. Now,
Now I think it's coming. Yeah,
okay.
it's there. Yes.
Yeah. So actually, we have gone through the expression of interest which recently ESL has issued for the DC who are interested to participate in the demonstration of new technology. And so I think we have found as of now, ESL has introduced 4 technologies which they want to promote or they want to demonstrate in the designated consumers for energy efficiency. So I will start to briefly introduce those 4 technologies. So approved technologies under the DEEP scheme, first is the micro turbine and back pressure turbine. So everybody is aware that many processes we are reducing our this steam pressure through the pressure reducing valve or PRDS. So we are losing that energy, and that is a very well established technology that we can utilize this pressure energy to convert in the power generation. So this is the first scheme. Already it is there. So this is a schematic diagram of that steam. This is the boiler, because as you are aware, when we are generating steam, it is a higher pressure, or you can say the low pressure boiler is around 10.54 the design pressure. But normally when this process heating is required, so such pressure is not required. So every industry put a this pressure PRV reducing valve or PRDS to reduce the pressure for the process steam. So what we can do, we can take this advantage through by bypassing this PRB or PRDS for reducing the pressure valve, and we can put this back pressure turbine or micro turbine to generate the electricity. So this is the first technology which ESL has introduced to promote as a demonstration project in industry. And second is the screw compressor with the permanent magnet. So in this case, there is a no rotor. So there is a, as you know, that screw air compressor uses 2 amassing helical screws known as rotors for compressing the air. And I think it works as a positive displacement principle. And there are 3 stages involved in the process. Everybody is aware that for air compressor, it's first the suction, then compression and the ejection. So the air is initially sucked from the atmosphere and then compressed and gets stored in the compressor air vessels, where it gets to distribute the various processes. So compressors driven by PM motors do not have a rotor winding, which cancels out the copper and core losses. So this is the main factors to improve the energy efficiency by using the screw compressor with the permanent magnet motors. And third is the turbo blowers. So this is the third technology which has been introduced by ESL to promote for demonstration in various industries. So I think this is a very efficient air blower. I think everybody is aware there root blowers are there, some turbo blowers are there, centrifugal blowers are there. So this is the best efficient way to if we need a higher volume of air at the reduced at low pressure. So this is the third technology which they have introduced. And the finally the low grade, I think everybody is aware it's a very difficult to recover the low grade waste heat from the system. So there is a fourth technology which they want to promote. So if you I will show a one, just a minute. One video is there, so you can see here that how we can recover waste heat, low grade waste heat around less than 100 degrees centigrade. Is it audible?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Audible.
You
Sound is also coming.
videos sound is not not coming.
Okay. So how it will come?
I think there will be some volume button will be there.
The left
You have to
bottom side
unmute.
it will be there. Left bottom it will be there.
Okay.
Your earphone, I think you should disconnect it. That sound will come.
In the middle, it is
You are using a earphone.
volume
That
button.
jack you
You are muted.
that sound will come.
Please move the cursor into that video. It will be visible. It will be visible.
Perhaps your
Should I stop
headphone.
this?
You can disconnect your headphone. I think the first volume will come.
सर नीचे स्पीकर का जो बटन है ना उसमें यू हैव टू सिलेक्ट यूज सिस्टम स्पीकर्स वाईफाई के बाजू वाला जो है ना
Now it is coming. You can make.
Here.
हाँ
Okay. This is full.
It has come just now.
You can play, sir. It has
अभी आ
come.
रहा है सर आवाज
आ रहा है क्या अभी?
हाँ
Okay.
Concentric tubes.
Now?
The inner tube carries the discharged
Yes.
water at elevated temperature. An outer tube carries fresh water. Required baffles are provided in the fresh water flow to improve heat exchanger efficiency. The water flow in counterflow direction for effective heat exchange. The waste water temperature at inlet of the heat exchanger is around 90 degrees Celsius. The fresh water entering at ambient temperature gain the heat and attain a temperature of around 55 degrees Celsius at heat exchanger outlet. This preheated water is fed into the process, saving a considerable amount of energy. The water flow and pressure is maintained by hydro-pneumatic system, eliminating the requirement of a water pump. The proposed technology enhances the efficiency by utilizing the generated heat water in the process or as boiler feed water, hence reducing fuel consumption, reduces the process time, prevents thermal shock in boilers by reducing the load on equipment. The total cost of installation of a waste heat recovery is estimated around 6 to 8 lakhs. The resultant coal savings are estimated at 80 to 100 tons per annum. The simple payback period works out to be around 1.5 years. The intervention can lead to a saving of around 40 to 50 tons of oil equivalent of energy. The monetary benefit is estimated at 3 to 4 lakh rupees per annum and around 170 to 180 tons of carbon dioxide emissions annually.
Heat exchanger is a very good concept, and it should be used so that we keep on saving lot of energy, lot of it's even a benefit to the company in terms of amount. It's on terms of rupees, it's a benefit. It's not all, it's one of our basic advantages environment. At the second, it is also helpful for the
Yes. Sorry. So, yeah. Now, once again, my presentation is visible.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So these are the 4 technologies which are already introduced by ESL. But as per my opinion, I think we should be prepared with the all technology sector-wise. So it's just for example, I have identified some energy saving opportunities or new technologies which are suitable for the iron and steel sector. So just now in today's presentation, I'm just presenting as a sample basis that how we can identify energy saving measures in a particular sectors and which are the new technologies still industry has not implemented. They are facing some challenges. In view of that challenges, I think this scheme may be very useful to the designated consumers for implementing those technologies. So it is just a one sector in which I have identified, and I will share this all energy saving measures or technology which normally we recommend during our audit exercise. And after the discussions, out of many those technologies, they dropped because of some reasons, some technical reasons, some commercial aspects, some constraints. So I think we would request to ESL and B to focus on such type of technology sector wise. So that I think it will be very easy because these 4 technologies are very common. Everybody can implement in any sectors. So what we would request to ESL that I think already a fantastic job has been done by TARI. They have conducted a study for iron and steel sector. So from those reports, I have taken some technologies which is still not on the ground. So such type of initiatives like deep schemes will be very useful to you can say help industry to implement those. So just now this is for related to the iron and steel sectors. So next is basically this is the targets. I think you may be aware about that Ministry of Steel already they issued a policy, national steel policy in 2017. So I have gone through those steel this steel policy also, and I have taken some key performance parameters they have fixed for the sectors. So and also you can see here some international best practices benchmarks are also there, and what is the current value in our domestic or Indian market, and what is the targets has been fixed by the ministry by 2030-31. So such these technologies also will help to achieve these targets also fixed by the Ministry of Steel, as well as it will reduce our energy intensity in the particular sector, and finally it will help to reduce our carbon footprint for this sector and as well as at the India national level. So these are some technologies like just we talk about the coke rate. So this is the kg per ton of thermal this hot metal. So international best practices 275 to 350 kg per ton of hot metal, and and current value is around 400 to 600, and target is 300 to 350. So and like PCI is also, and blast furnace productivity, there is some certain international benchmarks, our current values and our target fixed by the Ministry of Steel, and also specific energy consumptions. So you can see here, even though we are very far behind, like against the 4.5 to 5, we are consuming around 6 to 6.2 to 6.7 gigacalorie per ton of crude steel. And the target has been fixed by ministry between the 5 to 5.5. So these are the KPIs for the steel sector. So by considering these KPIs, we can identify where we are lacking in terms of technology are concerned. So I will go directly to that. And this I think 20 and 22 technologies has been identified by the TARI, and they have released a report towards the low carbon steel sector in 2020. So they have segregated these all technologies in 3 categories. So you can see in the last column, there is a level of adoption. It indicates that A is the widespread adoption. So many industries already has been implemented the category A technology. So I think no need to focus by the ESL. And second category is the B category, and by the sector leaders. So you can say the industries who are leading the sectors, they have already implemented, and C is not yet to be adopted. So I think the ESL should focus on the B category and the C category. And because at the large scale already leaders are already implemented, so we can deploy those technology at the large scale in the particular sector. So these are the I think you are aware that there are 2-3 route for making the steel. So just now we are talking about the blast furnace and BOF route. So waste heat recovery from the sintering plant. So many industries, or not many industries, but the leaders in the particular sector has already implemented, but it can be taken up to deploy at large scale. So I have highlighted in the red font, which basically is still yet to be adapted. But at the global market, they are the established technologies. So like partial fuse substitution coking plant, and like I will go one by one. So waste heat recovery in B category, high efficiency coke oven gas burner and ignition furnace, increasing center bed depth, improvement in segregated charging of centering material, coke dry quenching. I think this is very potentially you can say very high potential for the energy saving. As of now, 90% industries are using this wet quenching system for the coke. So because we are getting this coke more than 1000 degrees centigrade from the coke oven, so we are losing that energy. So this I think it should be taken up by ESL for demonstration purpose, coke dry quenching system. So there is a huge potential for the power generation also. I will show in the next slides that what is the potential available in the CDQ. So these are the others, like coal moisture control is also important. Automated combustion control of coke oven. This is not, and partially top pressure. I think that as you can see the serial number 9, the top pressure recovery turbine. If you know that we are getting the blast furnace gas from the top of the blast furnace, so it has some certain pressure of that gas, BFC gas, around 1.5 to 2 bar. So for that particular pressure, we can install a top pressure gas turbine also, and it will help to generate a good amount of power. So these are some technologies which should be focused by ESL and BE for further demonstration. And preheating through the waste heat recovery from hot stocks, this is also B category. Pulverized coal injection. So these are some technologies. And next, if you can see the another route, I think the same, the injection of coke oven gas, stove flue gas recycling. I'm just spelling out this all red font, which are coming under the category C, which still nobody has implemented in India. So heat recovery from the steel making slag. I think there is also huge potential for the slag heat recovery, because you know that when we are getting the metal from blast furnace or in the steel making process, there is a huge amount of slag is generated. So that slag is having a very high temperature, if you can, more than 1000 degrees centigrade. And just by spraying the water or by natural cooling, it is get cooled. And finally, after granulation, it is being sent to the cement plant, the cement industry. So I think this is also very important high potential energy saving areas in which B and ASL can focus on that. So there is a technology, a dry slag granulation plant is available, in which we can recover this waste heat from the slag, and we can generate steam, and finally we can get the power through the steam turbine. So there is a technology suppliers are also available, like Prima Metal is there. So they are working on that. So we have to focus on such type of huge potential areas in steel plants. So like that, we can identify such technologies in particular sectors as per the PAT scheme is concerned. So, so these are the other. I will not take much time, because we can discuss each and every technology, how it can be implemented and what are the potentials. So I am going forward. So this is the another route, the DRI and electric arc furnace. So in this route also we have identified this technology like charge or scrap preheating, scrap densification, because shredding is not there. We are charging scrap directly to the furnaces, so there is a ununiform heating is there, and high energy consumption is also there. So these all technology like use of iron ore pellet, and I think I have seen nowadays everybody using this pellet. So that is why it is coming under the category A. And waste heat recovery from sponge iron kiln, and this jet gas injection technology, improved process control, ultra high power transformers, waste heat recovery from EF. So oxy-fuel burners or launching can be implemented. So such type of technologies are available and already identified with the tariff. So these are the another technologies, like in rolling mills, we can use the direct rolling, hot charging of slabs. So these are the various technologies available for the steel sector. So even though after identifying these all technologies, few technology has been already recommended by the Ministry of Steel that for demonstration purpose or for promoting these technologies, they are helping industries in like by initiating or launching this deep scheme, so that industries can avail the benefit for such type of technologies, because they have lack of confidence to implement those technologies, because they are not aware whether they will get the actual saving from a particular technology. So they are hesitating to invest because it's a huge capex is also required for energy saving. So I think this will be very helpful to those industries. So in centering, if you can say, I was talking about that center plant heat recovery system. You can see here there is a potential of 0.251 gigajoule per ton of sinter if we go for this technology or for heat recovery from the sinter cooler waste heat. And also there is a production of CO2 reduction of 23.9. I think these all calculation has been based on the medium size capacity of steel plant, like 1 million ton per annum capacity. So these potential may vary depending on that capacity of the plant and the available of the saving potential. So center plant heat recovery, power generation from the center cooler waste heat, we can go for the power generation, and high efficient coke oven gas also. High efficient coke burners are also available, so we can replace this existing inefficient burners with the highly efficient burners. So, and the coke, I was talking about the coke dry quenching, CDQ. So you can see here that what is the potential is available, and there is a electrical saving is also, and there is a thermal saving in terms of gigajoule, 1.9 gigajoule per ton of coke, basically, because it will be applicable in the coke oven plant. So whatever we have the coke production capacity, based on that the final saving will be there, and it will also contribute in the CO2 reduction, 135 kg CO2 per ton of coke. So these are the other technologies are available which ESL and BE can focus. So likewise, we have to identify technologies which are not implemented as of now in particular sectors, and it can be considered by the ESL. So like top pressure recovery turbine I was talking about, so there is a potential of 50 units per ton of pig iron production in the, if we implement this technology, and we can recover that pressure energy in the BF gas. So and pulverized coal injection, I think 1.55 ton kg per ton of pig iron, we can save this energy. And the this hot stove waste heat recovery also. So these are some potential available along with these technologies, which we are not you can say recovering or utilizing this waste heat from the plant or from the various process in the steel sectors. Like other technologies, which you can say the steel making, converter gas recovery devices we can install, and even we can utilize the sensible heat also, which is there with the converter gas when we are making the steel. And there is a ecological and economical arc furnace, waste heat recovery from the electric arc furnace. So now these are the all technologies which I have gathered from the various sources, and also many times we recommend these technologies to industries based on their configuration. But still we face problem that we are not able to convince for investing such huge capex for energy efficiency technology. So I think thank you, Biguji, Anilji, and I will hand over to Mr. Girjaji so that he will give more focus that how such technologies they can include in this scheme. So this is for only one sectors I have discussed. We can discuss or we can you can say identify such type of technology in particular sectors, and which technology has require a huge capex. So I think those technologies can be selected for the demonstration in a particular sectors. So I think you can increase your this boundary just because I have come to know that only 8 technologies has been identified for that for DCs under the PAT scheme. So you can increase this your basket for. So now thank you very much.
Just before we proceed, one second, that Prabhatji, what you have told is very relevant, and it has touched me also because I have been from the steel sector. So TRT has been talking about
Okay.
and the low grade waste heat recovery has got much potential, and TRT has definitely got much potential because if the various kinds of integrated steel plant has kept the place vacant through the design stage, it has been there, but they have not installed it yet. So these are various options are there. And as you have told, the various technology Gajaji has identified, but and these will keep on adding. We have to start with. We cannot take everything one go because it will be too much matter. So Girjaji is very meticulously taking everything. So and as the things will be coming, and will get, the basket will be larger, and it will be more encompassing all kinds of technologies. So it's very nice. Thank you very much. Thank you. I think we should straight away go to Girjaji now.
Thank you, Prabhatji. Thank you, Prabhatji, for a nice presentation, nice technical presentations on steel sectors. Definitely, as an auditors, as an AES, the studies combining all the technologies for iron and steel sectors, and if we can achieve that magic figure of 4.5 giga calorie per TOE per ton of steel, definitely India will march ahead. I am sure this list from 8 it will reach. For MSME, ESL has done a tremendous job. They have identified almost 35 technologies, and with the support of Bureau of Energy Efficiency, ESL, definitely we can adopt those technologies and transform the energy efficiency market. And thank you for a very insightful technical sessions. Now I request Sri Girija Shankar, GM and ESL to take over and tell us about the DEEP scheme and share how the DC can participate in this program, how auditors can throw some light to their client, to their industries, so that everybody can be participated in these programs. Over to you, Girija sir.
Thank you, Vibhu. And it is privilege me to thanks our honorable, I think, head operations, Sri Anil Kumarji, President IAMP, Prabhat Saraswati, IAEA, and the other colleagues. I think I want to convey my sincere thanks. You connect the esteemed participants we are seeing here. Many I have worked earlier with them. It is a good opportunity. So my presentation will be primarily related to the programmatic approach for this DEEP project. The few things have already narrated by the Anil Kumar Chaudhary ji and Saraswat, that this DEEP project is primarily initiated by Bureau of Energy Efficiency. So the prime objective is to demonstrate the innovative energy efficient technologies. And as Prabhat has mentioned, the list may be the longer one, but our ultimate aim of this project is that these demonstrated project needs to be replicated in a large scale deployment of these technologies in PET industries. And for that purpose, we have defined some criteria. My next slides will be detailed out on those. So this entire project is divided into two. One is the phase one, where we have to identify 8 to 10 technologies, and we have to demonstrate these technologies around 27 designated plants. The phase two is comprising the reach out the successful technologies across the PET industry. So we are targeting that more than 100 projects likely to be implemented on the basis of the successful technology under the demonstration of phase one. The entire objective is to demonstrate the innovative energy efficient technology and large scale deployment. These are the two criteria on which the Bureau of Energy Efficiency has selected ESL, considering the ESL experience in the large scale deployment of energy efficient program. The entire project have these 6 key activities. I just want to highlight here. The first is the identification and finalization of innovative energy efficient technologies. So we are not just limiting these technologies in the number of 8 or the 10. In the entire this phase 1 and phase 2, we can also include the more other technologies. The ultimate aim of identification of these technologies that these should be replicated in multiple sectors. So there may be potential energy efficient technologies which may be particularly specific to the one particular sector, but the across sector will provide the more, I think, visibility and widening of the deployment of these technology. So that is the one key activity. Second is the selection of beneficiary PET industries. We have devised some criteria, and also the Ministry of Power and Bureau of Energy Efficiency has provided guidelines that ESL has to select the beneficiary PET industry who will provide the larger payback period, larger payback amount. So whatever the demonstration project will be happen, so we are creating some matrices, and that matrix will jot down the enlistment of the expression of interest received by the ESL, and on the basis of this criteria, we have to identify the 4 beneficiary plants where these technologies can be implemented. So I also want to hear that these identification of technology is not only one, I think, the equipment. It may be the multiple equipment in one plant or the group of plants. And the beneficiaries may be also be the individual plant or maybe the group of the plants where these technologies can be implemented. And we are working on some few business models where once we go the expression of interest from the designated consumers, we are going to provide the full support for all interested and successfully or feasible projects identified through these expression of interest and the data shared from the designated consumers. So demonstration of the projects will be benefited with the supports available under this project from the Bureau of Energy Efficiency, and it is around up to the I think at least the 30% contribution should be come from the designated consumers, and up to the 70% can be benefited from the these support. So it is the huge, I think, the support, the financial support is available for demonstration of these projects. And I see here the many, I think the participants are the key advisor or having the influence with the designated consumers. So I request all of you, if you want to provide the support for the all connections you have with the designated consumers. So for the identified technologies, you just pursue the designated consumers to fill up the expression of interest, provide the information, and we'll provide the full support. The third is the demonstration of key technologies. So commissioning from the procurement to the successful implementation, ESL is in the process of implement of various agencies. It may be the technology solution provider, it may be the manufacturers of those technologies. So we will provide end-to-end solution to designated consumers. The fourth is, I think, the very uniqueness we are providing here is development of the IoT-based M&V platform. So this through this IoT-based M&V platform, we will get the real-time data during the baseline as well as for after the successful commissioning of the project. So this M&V platform will be available to the designated consumer and the state designated agencies, and they can see the real-time impact of these demonstration of the project. And we want here also the opportunity that these key consultants who may be experienced in IoT-based this M&V related platform or baselining or the management and verifications. So it will also provide opportunity to those stakeholders as well. The fifth is the knowledge dissemination and the capacity building. So on the basis of the successful demonstration, we will develop some module, and these may be the, I think, IT-based module where these technologies can be given the real picture what the benefits are occurring, how we will also develop some assessment tools. So those assessment tools will provide help to the designated consumer to assess their process, and they can see if there is a need, they can go for the implementation of those process or the technologies. The last one is the upscaling of demonstration project. It is the phase 2, and these phase 1 and phase 2 we are in doing in the simultaneous manner. So if as Saraswat has mentioned, for the micro turbine, if we got the 20 requests from the designated consumer, so 4 may be considered under the demonstration project, and the 16 will be provided with support from some business model, and will provide the interested parties to implement those all projects in the simultaneous manner. So this is the project methodology we are envisaged. One is the identification of the listed technologies. So there is a joint technical working group. It is consisting members from the experts, BE and ESL. We have already uploaded the expression of interest for the 4 technologies under the stage 1. So expression of interest will be carried out in the 2 stages. In the first stage, we will collect the data from the designated consumers. We will evaluate the feasibility of those solutions for the particular plant, and we will share the feasibility report to the designated consumers. The second stage will initiated after this acceptance of these feasibility report and going for the demonstration project. So in the second stage, we will ask about what the contribution the designated consumers is going to provide for this project in terms of the percentage as well as in the total amount. And we have some very simplified the selection matrix through which the beneficiaries are selected for the demo project. And ESL will provide also support for the who have not been selected under the demo, but they wants to implement those projects. So on the basis of the aggregation of these expression of interest and their acceptance of feasibility report, we will go for the bulk procurement, and whatever the cost benefit we arrive through this bulk procurement, that will pass on to the demo as well as the upscaling projects or the designated consumers. We will sign an agreement with the designated consumers. We will do the baseline. We will also do the procurement, installation and commissioning, and the measurement and verification. And we do the knowledge dissemination, and then simultaneously we work on the upscaling of the project. So here you can see these red mark, I think, the activities where we can use the, I think, expertise of the today's participant under this energy manager professional and the accredited energy auditor. So for the beneficiary of pet industries, for the development of pet-based and the knowledge dissemination, we will able to provide these supports. So you can see in the all listed which are in marked in red color, where the AEA and the EMPs can also see the business opportunity. So this is a selection criteria for which through which the technologies are selected. So there are the 6 parameters, and out of these 6 parameters, if any technology fulfills the 4 parameters, then we able to select those. So first is the energy efficiency improvement or the alternative energy generations. Another is the financial viability, so it should be less than 3 years. And there are the 4 parameters: replicability, availability, lead time, and the cross-sector application. So out of these 4 criteria, if the 2 will be met, then we will able to select those technologies for our demonstration project. In the similar way, we have very simplified DC selection or the beneficiary selection criteria, and it is primarily on the what the contribution we are getting from the designated consumers. So the first 2 parameters are the only basis which the beneficiaries are selected for the demonstration project. So one is the percentage upfront contribution by the DC, and another is the overall contribution in terms of the total amount. So the one criteria is also have that the 30, at least 30% contribution should be coming from the designated consumers. And we have provided the equal marking the weightage for the 50-50%. So we will create a matrix of the successful accepted designated consumers of these feasibility reports. And on the top, who are getting the highest mark, we will select the top 4. So this is the very simple matrix we are using for selection of the beneficiaries. If there is a tie in case of the marking in the top, then we can also have the secondary criteria, the screening criteria, which are also in the bottom. So one is the specific energy savings, and another is the specific emission savings. So in the case of the tie, we will only utilize these 2 criteria to select the beneficiary. This beneficiary selections, we have also one criteria that for a group of designated consumers, we will provide the support up to the 2 crores. It is around the 200 lakhs supports will be available under from the supports, and that we will not provide more than that for a particular DC, for the particular group of DC for these technologies. So I am not going into detail. Already, I think the Mr. Saswat has mentioned about details about these technology. These all 4 technology are the cross sector, but I also want to have the one this low grade waste heat recovery. So it is a we have identified as a selected as a technology, but it can comprise n number of solutions. So I think any solutions which able to provide low grade waste heat recovery and the medium grade waste heat recovery up to the 200 degrees centigrade, the waste available or the heat available, we will consider all those options in only one single category. So it is we can consider the low grade waste heat recovery is a group of technology or the solutions depending upon the process or the requirement of different type of the sectors and different type of the clients. In the similar way, next set of technology, we are also proposing a one set which may be the high grade waste heat recovery, and that high grade waste recovery will also be the set of the technology, not a single particular solution. So I thanks whatever the informations if anyone can able to provide. So we have one dedicated, I think, our email. In my presentation, I will give that detail. So this is this EOI submission process. It is very simple. We have advertised this for expression of interest in newspaper. So any DC or the beneficiary can just scan from that, or otherwise they can just go on the ESL website, and on the ESL website front page you can find this expression of interest. Once you select this expression in interest, it will divert you for the project, where you can find the link for expression of interest as well as the details of how and what are the parameters, the detailed document related to the project you are able to find out. These are the critical dates. So for this set of technologies, 23rd July is the last date for the submission of expression of interest. And in this first stage submission of expression of interest, we are only considering taking the data related to the plant specific data. On that basis, SL team will create the feasibility report and provide the feasibility report to the designated consumer. And on acceptance of the feasibility report, we will share the link for second stage EOI submission, where they can provide what the total upfront contribution in terms of percentage as well as in terms of the total amount they are going to provide for participation in these expression of interest. So we are also organizing in the workshop. I think there is a correction. So we already done the 2 workshops. One is 12th on the Ahmedabad. Another we have done on the 15th. It is online we have done. And the third one workshop, it is organized on the 20th July. I think you correct. It is not the 19th. It is on the 20th July. And I request all, I think the participant, if you can able to just participate in this workshop, and this is at Delhi in the Scope Convention Center. You can find the link, and we will also share with the IA, EMP and IA, AEA president, so they can circulate among the all members of your groups. I request if you can physically be present in 20th July workshop. Not only you, but also you can pursue your designated consumers. They can also participate. And this is the, I think, the last workshop we are done for this first set of the technologies. So I request all of you, if you can able to join physically. Otherwise, we can also share the link, so you can also join through the virtual mode, where the all details of the project will be provided to the participants. And in this Delhi workshop, we also invited the Bureau of Energy Efficiency and the sector associations like the cement and the steel the different type of the association related to the sectors of the PET industries. So we will request all of you, if you can able to join physically or the virtually in the 20th July workshop at the Scope Convention Center. These are, I think, the details you may get during the workshop. So what the cost component can be considered under the scope of work, where the support, financial support will be available from the Bureau of Energy Efficiency, and what the others which are not covered may be excluded from the project scope. So there may be some integration requirement of the technology retrofitting. So those, the civil and the I think the minor electrical works will be excluded from the project cost, and it is covered under the support from the designated consumers. So I'm also wants to highlight here that these technologies, what we have just selected, so it is not a single equipment. So for the compressor, if the plant have many multiple sections, and for one section there may be 20 or 30 minor or the smaller compressor, and they want to go for a bigger one with this PM motor. So there may be 4 or 5 these type of big capacity compressor can be clubbed together to arrive this I think the total project cost of the particular plant. In the similar way, for the micro turbine, there may be the plants where there may be need of 3 or 4 micro turbine instead of the single micro turbine. So we can club together for a particular designated consumer, and that will consider as a total project cost for the particular plant. So here you can see what the business opportunity, or we can seek, I think, your support. So one may be the feasibility studies and the DPR preparations. So these DPR may be both type, maybe one as a standard DPR for the particular technology, or it may be the plant specific DPR for the particular plant process. So ESL is going to empanel these agencies. Another maybe the baseline and M&V study. I think your expertise may be more useful for the ESL project. The demand aggregator for e-technologies. So for the upscaling of the project, we will also aggregate or empanel the accredited energy auditors or the other stakeholders for aggregating the demands. And we will incentivize these type of activities with some success fee. And there may be also there where these AEA or EMP can see business support opportunity for the system integration. There may be opportunity for the awareness and capacity building activities and the impact assessment studies. So I am just, I think I have the last slide. Apart from, as Vibhu has told, so we also have the one project. It is MSME related, but the technologies may be the cross in the deep as well as this ZEP5 project. We are working with the Ministry of MSME and the UNIDO. So on the right side, you can see there are around 36 technologies, but for aggregation of demand, we can also utilize your expertise for the demand aggregation of these 24 technologies. And we will also provide some sort of the incentive. So we are targeting that around 25 crore project pipeline can be supported by the demand aggregator. And if I consider divide into the 3 portions, first may be the up to 10 lakhs cost, another may be the 10 to 20 lakhs cost, and third may be the more than 20 lakhs cost. So if I divide this 25 crores in the 30% and 40% on 30%, so number of project you can consider in the first category is around 125. In the second category, it may be the 67, and the third category it was the 25 number of the projects. So totaling around 217 projects likely to be. So we are giving some targets for these demand aggregators that within a certain time period, if they are able to aggregate the demand of in terms of the 20 lakhs or 30 lakhs or the 60 lakhs for these respective 3 categories, then we able to provide the successful fee from ranging from 2 to 3% for these demand aggregator. And your role is to aggregate the demand, signing the MOA with the our client, and getting the upfront contribution for these projects. And this upfront contribution is not the 100%. It may be depending upon the, I think, project size. It ranges from 20 to 50%. So this is, I think, you can note it down, this deep at esl.co.in. This is the dedicated, I think, the email address. So I request Prabhatji and the Vibhu, if you can share these email address, so we can also seek input on the identification of the new set of the technologies, and the expertise of today's participant and the key experts may be very value addition for this deep project. So this is my last slide. I am stopping here, and I request Vibhu to just get if any query or more clarification is needed. So I am here.
Thank you, sir, for a very nice technical presentations and the way forward how the DC can participate and what is there as far as energy auditor, AEA, ESCOs are concerned. Definitely it will add values. And there are a lot of queries in the chat box, and a lot of people have congratulated for this partnership with ESL's, IE, Indian Association of Accredited Innovator, IMP, and plus we'll be sharing this PPT to all the participants who are registered as earlier told, and we'll also try to collaborate whatever the insights are there, and we'll share with ESL so that it can be easily achievable. Now there are few queries. Arvind Mahanti is from Odisha. Arvind, I request all the participants kindly make their queries short, and so that it can be easily answered, and from whom they want to have an answer, they can also address. Arvind, please tell your queries. We'll be closing shortly, but Arvind, let us. Arvind Mahanti, are you there?
All those who have raised hand may speak one by one.
Arvind Mahanti, you can unmute yourself and you can speak. Okay. Mr. Bharti, you have some queries. Kindly make your query.
Good afternoon, sir. I'm Balaji from Coimbatore. So hello, am I audible?
Yes, audible. Please.
Sir, we are a energy technology provider. We have an energy efficient product in HVAC. So how can we enroll with ESL for such kind of programs where we can promote our technology for any relevant industries?
So I request you can send on this deep@esl.co.in, and you also provide the details, what is the technology, how it is going to benefit the designated consumer. And if you have any case studies where you have implemented these projects in the pet industries, kindly also provide. In the pet industries, there are many designated consumers. I think the two, hotel and the hospital, these are the two categories where HVAC may be a potential areas. So you can consider and see how these hotels and hospital category under the pet industries can be benefited.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Sir, good afternoon, sir. Myself, Arvind Manti, sir, calling from Rourkela. Sir, good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
Yes, yes.
Sir, namaskar. Sir, मेरा question यही है कि sir, how you implement this technology in power plant and how you will get benefited. Suppose there is VAP is there and some rotating equipment, and how the technology is benefited to our plant, sir.
So, sir, my simple request to you, you just go on ESL website, and there is a link provided on the front page, the expression of interest. And you can request your energy manager or energy auditor, just provide the details for which technology you are interested. So out of 4 technology, there may be, and that you may be interested for the 2 technology or 3 technology. So the multiple options can be selected, and you can provide the data related to particular that process which is relevant to your plant. On that basis, we will our team will interact with your team, and we will finalize the feasibility report, and you can able to participate in this process. So I request everyone to just follow this very simple step. And this EOI, it is a very simple, I think, one, or you can consider 1.5 page document, nothing else. So there may be around 20 parameters you have to fill, but there are also the technology specific Excel sheets. So you have to download this technology specific Excel sheet. You collect the data, fill up that Excel sheet, and then make this Excel sheet in the PDF form. There is a link available, and you can submit those PDF your technology specific data in the PDF form on this same expression of interest.
Okay, sir. Thank you. After fill up the data, how can you connect with me, sir, for the specific problem, sir?
So, sir, based on your, I think, credential, your contact detail, our team reach out to you and we will discuss, I think, bilaterally with you and your team to understand what's the current energy efficiency parameters of your plant. And on that basis, they will able to interact with the various vendors and will provide a one feasibility report related to your particular technology and your plant.
Thank you, sir.
Just to come back,
Thank you, sir.
Arvind,
Yes,
Mohanty
sir.
ji,
Good afternoon, sir. Namaste, sir.
just to add up to what Vijayaji has told and addressing your query, as you told that various kinds of rotating machines, rotating motor machines are there, and there will be some your plant specific requirement. If you want to address, some people.
Actually, we are providing condition monitoring service to all our industries. Even also NTPC, they are our client. RSP, NTPC, they are our client.
You can send your profile of your company, what the company is doing, and there can be various options which will crop just.
Monty sir, I request you just download I think this our document related to the project, and you can share the whosoever you are providing the services. So it would be nice, and you can also request them to participate in our this 20th July workshop. If they are near to Delhi or if they can able to physical, otherwise they can join virtually. So our team will illustrate the actuals in the real sense how the UI is going to be submitted in that workshop.
Sir.
Thank you, sir. There are two kinds of things. One is we have got already some technologies which we have identified, which Mohanty ji will download and find out, as you have told. And then he is adding something else also, that these people are facing various kinds of industries with other kinds of problems also. So he can send his profile. If something else can come for it in the later stage, it can come for our food for thought and for the implementation also in the later stage. So that way,
Sir. Actually,
okay, we can connect offline for that. We can connect offline for that.
You note down my mobile number. I think everyone can note down 986-888-0656.
Sir, one second.
986-888-0656.
98, sir. One second. 98.
986-888.
Just write in the chat box.
0656. I just put in the chat box.
Yes, that will be
great, sir. No, Arvind is from IIPM, so they are into consulting, they are into condition monitoring.
Repeat your number.
No, he's writing.
He will write in the chat box. And definitely, there are a lot of potential for the power plant. Micro turbine can replace all the PRDS. Particularly, there are a lot of good 35 technology are available in ESLs. Also, your organization can be a member of IMP. They can get a lot of insight what we discuss in IMPs, and micro turbine, then LED lighting solution, inline motion sensors can be. We are promoting a lot of this BLDC fan. It is also being promoted. It can reach to the last mile connectivity, as Anil ji has told. And coming to few queries of Bharti ji and Giltop in the chat box, I would like to share that whatever the technology, if you are manufacturer of any technology, if you are supplier of any technology, kindly be connected with IMP, become an IMP organizational member. Definitely, we have around 300 pan-India auditors, energy consultants. They will promote your services, products in the client industries. Now, coming to Sri Kumar ji, you can raise your query, Sri Kumar ji. Kindly make it short. We are running short of time. Sri Kumar ji, sir, please.
Hello, I also want to query.
Okay, Puskaraj ji.
Good afternoon, sir. A query.
Puskaraj here from Mumbai.
बुनेश कुमार जी, एक मिनट सर, पुष्कराज जी बोलने दीजिए, फिर आपका ले लेते हैं. पुष्कराज जी बोलिए, प्लीज.
I'm working in a manufacturing unit in Mumbai. Sir, just one query that the micro turbine technology, whether it is available for some processed water actually, which is coming at high pressure and being reduced through a PIDS to some low pressure thing. So the micro turbine is it available for water usage? Actually, we have got some water flow, which is about 40 meters cube per hour, and it is getting just depressurized through a control valve from about 10 kg to 2 kg. So micro turbine can it be utilized for water purpose?
No, Mr. Yeah, Mr. Paskraj, basically this is for the saturated steam. For reducing the water pressure, you have to select the correct size of the pump, which give the appropriate pressure and flow. So that will be the
No,
saving opportunity there.
it is coming out of the process, sir. So the process requires that much pressure.
No,
So
you
at
are
that pressure.
No, you are saying you are reducing pressure from 10 bar to 2 bar. So it means there is no
Yes.
requirement of the pressure.
No, sir. The pressure is required for the process. There is some stripping process happening at that pressure. So the water has to be pumped at that pressure initially. But ultimately, we have to again send it to the DM water plant after stripping. It is a process water, process condenser, which is getting stripped at that pressure. So after that, the water is coming out at some 10 to 12 kg from the stripper. So the process requirement is 12 kg. But again, it is after stripping, it is a process condenser. So it is generated at that pressure only. There is no pump installed for generating the pressure.
Okay.
Puskaraji, we have, I think, got the similar the queries at WhatsApp at Ahmedabad, and we have interacted with these micro turbine manufacturers. So they are telling that currently, I think their solutions is primarily for the steam, but you are right. In principally, it can be utilized in your solution as well, and you can able to generate the electricity. But the continuous availability of these type of pressure difference, it is directly converting the pressure energy into the, I think, the your kinetic energy and generating the electricity.
Yes.
Very simple, I think, phenomena. It can be worked, but currently these solution providers did not have a ready-made solution. I think we can work with them, and they maybe in the future few innovators can bring out these type of solution as well.
Yes, mini and micro hydro turbine. Maybe
yeah, it is the same thing.
Yes,
it is same,
yes.
same.
It is similar to those this
micro turbine. It may be the steam or the hydro, the same thing.
Yeah.
Correctly. Pico turbine can definitely work. There are a lot of turbine manufacturers are also there. It is possible. Now coming to the next question, Sri Kamalesh ji, please. Please, Kamalesh ji. Kamalesh ji, are you there?
And Vinod Kumar ji has also raised.
ओके विनोद कुमार जी आपका क्वेश्चन ले लेते हैं विनोद कुमार साहब बोलिए
Thank you. I am Lohadia, working as a code review auditor for and doing M&V for type DC. Primarily, we try to give new ideas, but now the renewable energy sector is also renewable energy scope is there to reduce the consumption of the fuel energy and others. Recently, one technology which I have gone through is the clean biogas generation, compressed biogas generation, which can replace the natural gas which is being used. We have a lot of waste, grass and cow dungs and others, and this biogas can be generated and this can be cleaned further to make it equivalent in the GCV of natural gas. Thus, these types of projects of renewable energy, are you thinking to include in the scheme of your new technologies also? Number one. And right now I am in UK, and various new technologies are coming in the LED lights also for control and for reduction and for improvement, others. So how can this can be put into this scheme of deep of ESL. This is an excellent scheme which has been designed by the ESL and BEE, and this will really going to change a lot in these activities in these sectors, particularly in the DCs and others. I want your comments about the renewable energy part, renewable energy technologies which are coming up very fast, like improvement in the efficiency of the solar panels also. Here in Europe, we get a efficiency of around 32% from the solar panel. And you can generate with the same area, you can generate double what we are now using the solar panels in the country. So I want the opinion of this Agat Gadri or the ESL and BEE and others. What is their view? And please.
Thank you, Luadia sir. Nice to have an interaction. Currently in this project, only the innovative energy efficient technologies are the part, but we are also considering the low grade and high grade waste heat recovery. As a alternative energy generation through these schemes can be part under the deep project. The solar and the other renewables are currently we are not considering in this deep project. Second part related to your LED, the multiple options of the LED lighting for using the controls and the, I think Li-Fi you are mentioning. So currently I think this is not be a requirement from the pet industry, so we may not be considered. But for the other programs which the ESL is doing, LED street lights. So if you can able to provide some write-up on that, what type of the applications for this LED light or Li-Fi can be used, and what may be the cost economics, so we can we can consider those applications for the other our street light national program or the indoor or outdoor lighting programs under the BEE projects.
Yes, thank you.
Yes, sir, to add here, there are a lot of renewable technologies applications are also coming up by MNREs. You can log on to MNRE websites, and also you can join IMP because renewable energy technologies, there are a lot of developments are also happening. But in ESL and Bureau of Energy Efficiency, the main priority is energy conservation and energy efficiencies. Now, there are a few chat box questions I would like to just add.
Yes,
there are a lot of
yes, you correct. But in the energy audit, mandatory energy audit now, BEE has requested us to examine the renewable energy scope during the audit. So we are making a separate paragraph in our mandatory energy audit reports regarding renewable energy, and these reports are going to be developed. Anyway, we will try to take the help of MNRE to implement these suggestions also. Thank you.
Yes, yes, sir. Now, you all must be aware the bill has been tabled for EC Act 2001 amendment, in which the national carbon market will come up in future, in which perhaps ESARTs, REC, everything will be clubbed together, and will have energy conservation, efficiency, and renewable energy will be answered for us by all our auditors and AES. Thanks, sir, for that nice info. And any other, Kamlesh ji, your queries, whoever, Kripa Sagar, good presentation. Sai Kishore Bajaj, thank you. They are thanking ESLs. That Subhendu Senapati ji definitely will have a pharma sector specific webinar in short. It will be jointly organized, and there are few queries on technical safety issues. I'm afraid, but definitely in IMP we have Dr. Rajesh Arora. Perhaps you will be. I'll take up that question. I'll send it to you. Now, those who have registered and definitely will get the PPTs and e-certificates. I think you can relook and re-register also. We'll consider those people and issue the certificates. Yes. And you can't get connected with, share your, this email address we have, we can definitely exchange. Now, Sunil Kumar ji has also wanted that we may require good marketing effort from BE and SDA for promoting energy conservation measures and regulations. Currently, only the PATS industries are complying the energy conservation regulations. Yes, anybody would like to highlight on that? Only PAT, why not MSMEs? Let me tell you that ESL is also working for a lot of MSME industries, but you are Sunil Kumar, you are correct. There is no regulation as such for MSMEs because Bureau of Energy Efficiency is coming up with a new regulation known as Perform Achievement Yarn Scheme, in which no penal measure is there. But there is only if they achieve energy efficiency, they can get some certificates and they can get some revenue. But also, it is the state has to implement those regulation inside the state to bring their ST industries, MSM industries into some kind of regulation so that they can also implement energy conservation and energy efficiencies. Your suggestion is very much welcome. In IMP, we write to those suggestions. In AEA also, association will write those suggestions to Bureau. Now coming to, okay. Now any more queries? Kamleji, you have any queries? Prem Sagarji, you can shoot your query. Prem Sagarji. Prem Sagarji, are you there?
I think queries have been answered during this question answer.
Okay. Okay, Kumar sir बोलिए. Kumar sir बोलिए. सर अनम्यूट कर लीजिए, प्लीज अनम्यूट योरसेल्फ. सर आप म्यूट पे हैं. Yes.
Good afternoon, sir. First of all, thank you very much for giving us opportunity to participate in such an informative session. My question is to Girija sir and Anil sir. We are a micro LED manufacturing industry having small plant in Nangloi. We have expertise in manufacturing of street lights, which are already ISI approved. We just want to know how EELS or other agencies can help us in getting ahead in marketing of our products. Please enlighten.
If you are a LED manufacturers, naturally you
Yes.
are already in the stream of ESL. So whenever the requirement of street lights are there, and we make a open tendering process, so anyone can participate in that. So you can so anyone can participate in it. So that is a standard procedure. If you want to, if your product has got certain specialty or certain more efficiency, so lux per lumen per watt, whatever the specialties, that we can always discuss offline. But in general, any manufacturer can participate in our LED program.
Any kind of pre-registration or affiliation is required for that? Kindly.
सर रजिस्ट्रेशन है हमारा प्रोक्योरमेंट पे, आपको रजिस्टर करना पड़ेगा
जी,
तो आपको करना होगा.
that
प्रोक्योरमेंट पोर्टल पे जाके आप कर सकते हो, कभी भी कर सकते हो. हमारा विदाउट टेंडर निकला है तो भी आप कर सकते हो.
राइट सर, थैंक यू सर.
सेकंड सर, आप जेएमपी पोर्टल बहुत बड़ा है, प्लेटफॉर्म है, आप वहां पे एनलिस्ट करेंगे तो यू कैन आल्सो सी अपॉर्चुनिटी.
Sir, that process is already on, but since we were discussing EELS, so I thought to took a liberty.
That procurement portal is there. You can always go there and impanel yourself.
Right.
And for any specific query, you can contact us.
Right, sir. Thank you. We'll be visiting you soon, sir.
Okay. Thank you.
Kumar sir, also I'll add here, you can be an IMP organizational member, and a lot of auditors are there. They can promote your technologies and get connected with you directly, the industries and MSMEs, and around 400 auditors are there. So you can be an organizational member. It is very simple. You have to pay only 11,000 rupees. And we have a mission in which we see that prosperity should be there for each stakeholder. That means some kind of revenue also to be earned by the ESCO, manufacturer, or auditors. So you can join IMP and Mission Sustainable India, and it will, I think getting connected, networking definitely will help each other.
Sure, sir. Thanks for your words of wisdom. Thank you.
So I think what is already 1 o'clock 1:20. I don't think any further queries are available. And Sunil Kumar sir, फिर एक ESL should have implement scheme for certified energy auditor other than AEH, so that certified energy auditor can have opportunity for working industries. Definitely, I, on behalf of IMP, which is a leading association of certified energy auditors, along with the AES, I also feel that ESL should have some scheme. In fact, they have a channel partner scheme in which anybody having an organization can participate and can promote the ESL various product like 9-watt LEDs, super efficient AC, BLDC fan. So still, I request Anilji and Girijaji to look into the suggestion of Sri Patel.
Sure.
Then
for the, I think, information, I want to share that we also empanel the energy auditors and energy auditing firms for the energy auditing work and the baselining. So for the project, we are recently likely to be initiated this process again, and I request all AEA and EMPs just participate there, enroll yourself. It would be nice and good support for the project as well.
Manoj Jain Shah, for us, your question also will be answered by this answer of Sri Girijaji. Manoj Jain पूछ रहे थे, when the second empowerment तो बंद हो गया, when the next empowerment will start? Definitely it will start in near future. ESL is always keep on expressing a lot of interest.
Empowerment is a regular exercise. It keeps on happening. So once you keep on looking on the website, this will be done.
Most probably इसी month होगा. I will let you know. No.
And Sunil Kumar ji का एक बड़ा सा query है. I hope ESL will like to address that. Whether this technology, what we are discussing, are they imported or developed in-house? It is indigenous technology or they are being imported?
इनमें कोई भी नहीं है, सभी in-house ही है.
Yes, make in India, made in India, and Atmanirbhar Bharat is the new
One thing I will add, if some imported technology happens to be there, it gets we transform the market so that it gets manufactured here only. So if you bring any new technology from any other place also, it becomes indigenized and and the market starts making it. So we are developing our internal process also in the process.
Yeah. And I also want to add here that if anyone has any patented technology or any unique, which may be not currently available across the many manufacturers, we can also consider but it should fulfill the criteria what I have just mentioned, the 6 criteria. So if it has the considerable energy efficiency potential and replicability potential, we can consider those things.
Now coming to Guru Prasad ji, please send the energy efficiency detailed project report of the technology implemented in other plants. Yes, for us, these all are available in BE site, knowledge exchange platform site, and a lot of YouTube videos has been published by Bureau also. And we in IMP will also do a lot of benchmarking, lot of joint association. Yesterday we did one kind of program in which a lot of industry participants are there. They exchange each other ideas, in which how VFD has been now BHL, what action is BHL is taking, how they are totally manufacturing the energy efficient technologies inbuilt VFD in case of IDFA and VFP. So this knowledge exchange will keep on happening. Now I think there is no more. Taru ji, आपका query कुछ है? Otherwise we will close by 1:30. Taru ji, Taru Veera ji.
Let's start winding up.
Okay. ऐसे इसमें 3 ने हाथ खड़े कर रखे हैं, एक बार पूछ लो. Last
प्रेम सागर जी.
Still 3 people.
Okay. तारू जी का कुछ क्वेश्चन नहीं है. ठीक है. प्रेम सागर जी, आप अपना हैंड ऑफ कर सकते हैं. Okay.
Actually, while we are answering questions, so various questions are getting answered automatically.
Yes.
Yes, sir. Thank you for the presentation and great insights, and hope this program will move further.
Okay. Now we are come to the closing sessions. It is really wonderful to have you all on board let me tell you that is the first official program jointly organized by IMP, ESL, Indian Association of Accredited Energy Auditor and under the banner of Mission Sustainable India. And I am very much thankful to Girijaji for having such a wonderful sessions. Similarly, Prabhat Saraswatji for throwing some light on energy efficient technology on steel sectors, and our President Sri Anil Chaudhary and all other participants for taking pain, taking time out and working for the nation to have sustainable energy in future. And if required, I request, if it is not inconvenient to all of you, kindly switch on your videos so that we can have a close photograph. I request all of you to join Mission Sustainable India's. There is a trust link has been given. There is a chat is going to happen every time, so you can join through us in social media. It will be helpful to each other, and we can do a lot of mutual knowledge sharing sessions. Always we can have some kind of business opportunities, network opportunities. We work for the planet, for the people, for the peace, for the prosperity and partnership. I request all of you to switch on your videos, please, if it is not inconvenient.
Just to add Vibhuji's word about MSI. MSI is a very required program, and for any kinds of discussion, sustainability is required, and it has been very beautifully designed. Sunil Sood sir is very well taking it up, and 5 P's he has already discussed, and it gives rise to another P, political. So that is also being added up. So it encompasses everything. So, and sustainability is very much required. And you see, whenever we think of any energy efficiency measures also, we have to see what is the carbon footprint overall. If solar panels are there, what is the carbon footprint of that? If you are getting the electric vehicle also, you have to see whether the power coming from what kind of generation. So what is the ultimate carbon footprint? So everything is to be seen in the totality. Sustainable finance is also coming. So sustainable governance is also coming. So these everything, if we are connected with the energy efficiency, resource conservation comes into the picture, and these all fall in place. So that way we should remain connected all the time. It's very wonderful. Thank you, Vijay. Thank you.
Thank you, Anil sir. And I am very much thankful to Sunil Sood sir, the national convener of MSI, and all the organizing committee member of MSI, Sri Neil Beganji, Sri Maheshwar Prasad Saab, Poonam ji, and who have actually worked hard to bring MSI to this platform. Anil ji is also there, one of the core team member of MSI, and I am very much thankful to all of you. Definitely, we'll keep on doing similar kind of session in future. Kindly join us. Get connected in social medias, and if those who have not filled up the form, they can fill up and pay certain amount for the Mission Sustainable India to go in a long way. Thank you all. With this, I close. Thank you and namaste.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Namaste.
Thank you.